London Road, please.
London Road is about a real community in Ipswich that came together and healed itself after a series of murders. It was created from a series of interviews that I did with real people from that community, and Adam Cork set some of those interviews to music by following the real speech patterns of those people.
I've got nearly 17 hanging baskets in this back garden.
I've got nearly 17 hanging baskets.
I was a bit flummoxed at first as to how that could work musically, but then I thought, well, if I become really, really extreme about the transcription of these recordings, I can actually write down the tune of the words.
Alecky and I are here to invite you to be a part of
the special edition box set of the soundtrack of London Road that we wrote together.
I don't mind giving interviews and things like that. That doesn't bother me at all. There's quite a few people that I know that wouldn't, but I said, if you don't get your point of view across, they label us something that we're not.
To my knowledge, I think this might be the first time that there's been a piece that has had a broad appeal, that's been presented in a dramatic context, which is entirely based on recordings of real people speaking spontaneously about their experiences, and where our method has been to kind of adhere very strictly to those words, not just the words themselves, but the way they were said.
Everyone is very, very nervous. We all wanted to move. We didn't want to be here.
Their story sort of lives on now in celluloid and on a DVD, and people can be sort of listening to it beyond the life that it had on stage.
Yeah, it's almost like to have this thing which is capturing, not just for the film, but in a kind of audio-only way, a record of what we did and how we made the theatre piece and how we then went on to make the film. It's almost like, I don't know, file pressing or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taking a volume and these precious things that you've curated by interviewing people and that we've then turned into something musical.
You know, people who've seen the show and now starting to see the film, they do ask us, all the time, well, how did you do it? And there are various sort of stories behind how it all came about, and it's lovely, I think, that we have this opportunity to put it all down, really, in this sort of document, and I think let people in to the sort of behind the scenes making of, and things that maybe didn't make the final cut.
The occasion of releasing the box set is the release of the film, but actually what we're talking about here with the box set is collecting everything in one place, in a way, from its inception back in 2007 when we met and started talking about developing this into a piece of theatre, all the way through to the film version.
And that's when it all started, it all kicked off.
When I do an edit, I sort of log everything with time codes, and it's very much kind of like a Bible of, even though I know half that material won't make it into maybe the final version of the song or the text. So you can sort of see, when that certain line and lines now that kind of resonate with us kind of so powerfully, because we've sort of set them to music and repeated them, can sort of find where I first heard it and wrote it down and probably circled it.
As soon as that verdict's in, it's going to be absolute mayhem.
3, 2, 1.
The release of the film is so exciting for us, and we thought that would be the end of our excitement, but actually to learn now that we're looking at releasing this special edition box set is the icing on the cake, in a way, isn't it?
I think it is, and it's the first film that I've been involved with, and this is now kind of an opportunity to have it.